I'm live. Hello, hello. It's always a confusing thing as to whether I'm live or not because um, the screen kind of stays dark for a little while and then it says you're live, but it doesn't look anyway. Whatever. Hi, hi. I'm a little bit scattered. Sorry, I can take these off now. Um, I'm a little bit scattered. I have lots going on, lots to talk about, lots to tell you about. I have a list, so I kind of know where I'm going to start. But there is lots going on. So let's start at the top. I'm on a reading hiatus at the moment, which means also like no TV shows, which is fucking killing me. Because quite honestly, like that is my way of well avoiding work, obviously. But yeah. So that's another philosophy, like as to whether work should be work or work should be play, and like I try to make it so that work is always play, but sometimes it's just work. And at the moment, if you saw my recent tweet or thing on Facebook, work is what I'm using to fill the time between Brentsteiner's commentaries because they make me laugh. That he's very witty. He's the guy that mostly known for playing Data in Star Trek. But I kind of don't like saying things like that because it means that like a person gets pigeonholed into like that is that one piece of work that they ever did and that's all they're ever known for, which I think is unfair and unrealistic. But there we go. Anyway, so that's that. So yeah, I'm kind of scattered. Uh, I have been posting on Patreon. I have a deal with my Patreon folks where it's like if they're okay with me not wearing makeup and having my hair done, I will post more regularly. So that's kind of what happens. So yeah, they seem to like not care, or at least they don't tell me that they care. So um, that's more likely to happen. Whereas with YouTube and Facebook, I feel like I kind of need an agenda still, and you kind of have to one needs to be camera ready. So anyway, so there was me, like literally 5 minutes ago, like with my glasses on my head, walking around, like with hair not done, and like, half a coffee in hand and pajamas on, going, oh, I should do a YouTube video today. Yeah, that'll help me then get back into my group. So at the moment, I'm writing like two scripts, two scenes. Trying to learn comedy at the same time, which is a little bit tricky. I feel like my odds of nailing this whole comedic thing have been increased about tenfold since I downloaded a thing about jokes. Um, so this isn't the textbook. So a friend of mine wrote a textbook on jokes, and I haven't read it. I haven't told him that I haven't read it. But anyway, it's too big, and I don't know if it would actually help. It's more about theoretical rather than the application of it. But yeah, there's this joke book. So I can't tell you whether this other joke book that I've just downloaded is any good, but I feel like just the act of downloading it. I do believe in transference of information through osmosis. So read into that what you will, but this is YouTube. It's not for kids, but I'm not ready to go that dark yet. Um, so anyway, yeah, I'm fidgeting and pulling the cable on my laptop, and oh, fuck knows my life. My God. So anyway, I feel like just having downloaded that, I now have permission to be amusing and to see the jokes where normally I'd stay on course. So it's helped. I mean, but the folks at Poker thought that I was hilarious a couple of times, which I think is above baseline. So like in terms of an experiment, I think it's valid. Well, it's one cohort, so we'll see. Um, so yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit more sassy than I normally would be before I sit down. Normally, I try and like make myself a little bit more not conservative, but palatable before doing any of these videos. Um, but no, I don't give a fuck. And I have been watching Ricky Gervais as well. So before my hiatus, Ricky Gervais just does random kind of rambling podcasts, and um, he's naturally funny as well. Um, but obviously he has that attitude, so I think maybe blame him. Some of that's rubbing off on me. Um, so yes, the reading hiatus is because week 4 or 5 of The Artist's Way, they say, she says, Julia Cameron, I always think of James Cameron whenever I say that. Julia Cameron says to take a week and don't do anything. So you're allowed to do the assignment, but everything else you've got to wiggle out of. So I'm like, well, like some of my work, some of my creative work is reading stuff and punching it and reworking it. So that doesn't count. But the things like having to like study, it's just gone, just nothing. Uh, so and I've tried to stay off things like social media a little bit. Well, apart from my recent Twitter kind of addiction, and uh, YouTube mostly. I think I cheated last night and I watched a Comic Con thing. So that helped me get to sleep. Not that it was boring, but that it just kind of, you know, I don't know. It helps you think about something other than creative stuff, I think. Because while you're creating, this is the other thing. Like I can't meditate and then go to bed. I'm just too, I don't know, wired, I guess, or something, or open to things. Um, so yeah, so what this does is it creates this space to suddenly then be able to uh, download all of these ideas and these creative things. So the other day, I downloaded ideas for like 2 different shows. So I'm gonna have to learn. Should I tell you? I don't know anything about animation, but I've got 2 shows that need writing. So I started writing episodes and putting the characters together and the themes and all this kind of stuff. So those happened in the space of about 24 hours. Plus, I'd already started songwriting. Huh. So I wanted to sing because I was playing piano for the guys on Patreon, and I managed to finally upload a recording for them. And I'm like, oh, I could sing such and such and such, but like everything is copyrighted, right? So you're not allowed to perform stuff. And like, yeah, okay, who's gonna care? Like the 2 people on Patreon, it's more than 2 people, but you get my drift. Um, and so I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to write something. Never written music before in my life. However, I do read music, and I know how to find manuscript paper online. So I'm like, oh shit, I need like 3 sheets of manuscript paper just to get me going, like to find a tune. Oh, I watched Hans Zimmer's masterclass. Well, I watched a few classes of it probably about 3 years ago when I first started writing sci-fi as a light relief thing. So I had a jumping off point at least. Um, so yeah, that's where I started. So I've got probably about a song, maybe a song and a half written. No, I'm not going to perform it live. But when I've nailed the music to it, I will get to the point of performing it and putting it up somewhere. So we'll see. Watch this space. But while all that's going on, yeah, so there's the TV show, the animation that's happening, um, and practicing piano again. So like we like to think that, oh, we stop doing all these things and we'll have like loads of time. It's not so much time, it's more like creative headspace. I don't feel particularly like unscattered though as a result of doing this experiment. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I mean, it may go nowhere, in which case tell you what's been tricky today. This is why I've ended up feeling sassy. I irked. um I was trying to do different voices for the animation, and so I've got the characters defined. The guys in Patreon have seen some of the characters, like for one of them's on the crossover, right, between the two. Um, and so they're cartoons, right? And that they each need a different accent. So I'm like, okay, well, he needs a Cockney accent, and he needs a Texan accent, and she's going to be from Louisiana or something. And I'm like, oh fuck, I've got to go and figure out how to do these. The hardest one, the Cockney accent. So the saving grace is that I can sit there and like just do a single phrase again and again, and it's not like you have to just like spontaneously jump into doing an accent as if you have to if you were acting or something. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. I think I'm going to upload a rough and ready copy to the guys in Patreon and say, should I stick with my day job? We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, the gags can carry it. But then again, maybe not. Who knows? Um, so yeah, what else have I got here? Oh yeah, so a lot of it happens at most inconvenient times, like 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's difficult to record stuff at 5 o'clock in the morning because you don't want to start a disturbance or anything. Um, so I have an electric piano, like with weighted keys and stuff, and so I can practice with the headphones on, and I can like figure stuff out with the headphones on. But when it comes to recording, I haven't got a way of recording it yet. If this takes off, I'll look into like the gear and all that kind of thing. Um, when I made a short, probably about 5 years ago before I left the UK now, a friend of mine did the music for it, and he had all these different like he could do it on his computer and then like feed in riffs and stuff that he played, and then like rearrange them and lay down beats and like strings and all that kind of thing. I don't even know what it's called. I mean, I watched him do it. So maybe that's the next stage if this becomes a thing. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So what else is on the score today? I'm going to have another crack at that audio thing. Like see if I can nail some accents. That'll be fun. Can't believe Cockney. I should do a Northern English accent because that's meant to be like closest to my natural accent. Except I don't know. I think some people can tell that like that I have a lilt like now and again. Um, but like I don't. It's probably one of the most alien accents to me ever. Um, Even when I was living there, I couldn't do it. And that's why I stopped doing accents because it sounded so disingenuous that I thought that people would think that I was taking the piss out of them, like trying to do the like local accent. So I'm just like, oh fuck it. I'm just gonna speak normal English and y'all are gonna have to deal with it. See, I've got a few words like y'all being here. Um, I don't know. I find the Americans are more forgiving about my accent than my northerner friends. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I think I've rambled for long enough. I don't even know where the clock. Oh, there's the clock. Yeah, 14 minutes. I'm gonna go hop over to Facebook and do a live stream there, and I'll read the next chapter of the awakened thing, and I'll probably then remember all the things that I was gonna tell you on this channel. But you know where Facebook is, so I'll see you over there. Alrighty, take care. Bye.